Welcome to Star Sports for the highlights of the third one-day international in the Triangular Series. A very critical match at Dolan Park in Pearl, India, taking on Zimbabwe. Hello there, I'm Charu Sharma. I've got Sunil Gavaskar with me to take you through the highlights. Sunil, a very critical match for both teams. They want to get onto that scoreboard.
Yes, India obviously having the upper hand because they've never lost to Zimbabwe. But Zimbabwe have come on so well in the last 6 months or so. They've played a lot of cricket in the subcontinent. They have been playing at home where they beat England by the most convincing manner possible. So they are up high in confidence. So India cannot afford to take them lightly.
Wonder which team will get onto that points tally now. Both need it very desperately. Now Zimbabwe won the toss and they elected to bat. Let's pick up play. Enjoy the highlights.
Thank you, Sharu. On shot, Javagal Shurinath, and next to me, Sunil Gavaskar. No changes, Sunny, in the Indian lineup there.
No, I think the Indians have decided to go with the same team, and it makes sense because it's better to have a settled team. Sunil Joshi hasn't had much of an opportunity here, but he's also come new to South Africa. So the Indians are deciding to stick with the same team. It's got a fine depth in batting, good balance in bowling as well. And I think once their top order starts to click, they might think in terms of bringing in Sunil Joshi because he's a regular bowler who can bat a bit. But at this point, because their batting is not clicking, not everybody is getting runs, they're playing with Robin Singh, who comes into bat at number 7, gives it a little more depth to their batting. This is a terrific shot. It was pitched up, and with the fielders in the circle, batsmen are today encouraged to go over the top. Look at him stepping down the pitch.
Beautifully struck away, good footwork. Doesn't want to get pegged down and stay pegged down. Without that boundary, Zimbabwe are only scoring at just over 2 and over. That helps a bit. Well fielded. Anil Kumble, Indian vice-captain. That's been struck away and will be one of the 4s that I was just referring to. Just gets there, rests up against the rope. Goodness me. That does show a slow outfield.
Yes, the grass has not been evenly cut towards, so maybe the 10 meters to the boundary ropes and right around the ground. And so once the ball lands, a little bit of the speed is taken away. Look at that. It's just about rolling and touching the ropes.
Slower ball, and he's done him. He does bowl that so well. That's such intelligent bowling. Struck for 4 off the back foot 1 minute, and then a beautifully bowled slower ball to capture the wicket of Andrew Waller.
Well, he really deceived him because he ran in quickly as well. Venkatesh Prasad ran in quick as if he was going to ping one short and then bowl this looping leg cutter. Waller deceived, all ends up the middle stump pegged back, and Zimbabwe have lost their first wicket for 17.
So flower power for Zimbabwe. Andy joining brother Grant. And that's a very, very good shout. See where the ball pitched. It's good stroke, square of the wicket, won't go to the boundary. And that's through the gap between second slip and gully, and it's got away for 4 on this very short boundary. Went quickly, but safe.
Srinath's been trying to get him to drive and nick to the 2 slip fielders, but this is a much thicker edge, and it would have even defeated 4th slip if the 4th slip had been in position. It's defeated the 3rd man as well, who was wide.
This could be dangerous. Superb, and it's out. Well, no need to consult the 3rd umpire. Superb piece of fielding, and Zimbabwe lose their 2nd wicket. Andy Flower is run out.
Andy Flower going for 7. 32 for 2.
So 32 for 2 in the 11th over. Paul Strang is the new batsman. That's his record. 26-year-old. Nice looking shot, finds the gap. Now I doubt whether this will reach the boundary because it is a slow outfield. The problem is that it's a very bumpy outfield, and that's slowing the ball down as it travels across the surface. Well, that was an opportunity to improve on them with his very first ball. No justice for the bowler. That was a fine first delivery, and it flew through where a second slip might have been.
Good way to start your fresh over. I don't think it would have carried to second slip, but very well bowled, moved away from right-hander.
And an enterprising shot while the fielders are in, just falling short of the boundary. Well, they're signalling 6. I rather suspect that was a 4. They're asking the third umpire. I was pretty convinced that was a yard inside the boundary, but we'll have another look.
So played gloriously over cover. It's not an easy shot to play, and I think it's definitely landed inside the boundary, so it should be 4, but umpire is still checking with the third umpire, and now signaling 4.
And he's bowled him. Played it down into the ground. Ankola delighted by that. Flower is out. Playing on to Ankola. 28 runs, and it's 51 for 3.
Ankola has been bowling very straight, and this one coming in a little bit from outside the off stump, and then he played on to the wicket. It's a very good wicket for India. Grant Flower gone for 28 in 49 delivery, 51 for 3. The
new batsman is Alistair Campbell, the captain of Zimbabwe, the left-hander, coming in at the fall of Grant Flower wicket, bowled by Ankola for 28, faced 49 balls, hit 3 fours.
Risky shot from Campbell, but obviously feels in pretty good nick. Playing that right off the stumps. Will it go for 4? Very slow outfield here. Might just beat the fielder. No, it doesn't. It stops. So 3 runs to Alistair Campbell, the Zimbabwe captain. And down. Interesting, it's 4 runs. Interesting to see if there was actually a hand on that. It went pretty quickly.
Paul Strang has been sent there to do that. Try and play some shots. That one hit Azhar's hands and went to the third man fence. Ankola a little unlucky, a little disappointed. Why not? He's bowled so well, he could have got his second wicket. Maybe it was too quick for the slip fielders.
Well, the reverse applies, and that's one of those where it does. Certainly went to play it into that area, but a risky shot nonetheless, but very well played.
This time it was short. He had Robinson thinking that he would be going down the wicket, because that's what he'd been doing earlier. When he pitched it short, Paul Strang was in perfect position to hit it over the vacant slips for a boundary.
Oh, that's a good shot. Finds the gap. There usually is a big gap between mid-on and mid-off. If the bowler is unable to intercept it, it's going to be 4 runs.
Countdown to February has begun. 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Now just go for it.
India's tour of South Africa will continue when Zimbabwe joins the fun in the Triangular Series.
Yes, what a shot!
Shockwaves will strike the US of A when all the big bad bully boys of the WWF come into the ring together at the Royal Rumble.
Why? Yes! Because I am the master!
The Phillips League will bring India's top football teams into high-stakes confrontation in Calcutta and Delhi as National League action continues. Sports India is all sports. From bodybuilding to archery, From swimming to motorsport, news and highlights every week. Prepare to fly in February on Star Sports.
Freedom to be.
Roads, sometimes inviting, sometimes disturbing. You can't change them, but with a Hero Honda Splendor, you can always change the way you ride.
Cruise the roads, feel the comfort, just ride the clouds on a Splendor. Cruise the roads, just ride the clouds on a Splendor.
Hero Honda Splendor, designed for comfort, designed to excel.
Now, that was really not out of any sort of textbook whatsoever, but my word, how effective that is.
For Paul Strang to launch into that shot, he played it with a straight bat, didn't try to slog it, didn't try to hit it cross-batted. See, he's played it with a straight bat, trying to hit it with the spin, whatever little spin that Anil Kumble generates.
It's very well bowled. And that brings up the Zimbabwe 100.
Now this is lofted away to mid-wicket and 2 bounces. Over the rope it goes for 4 runs.
That picks up very well from outside the off-stump. It's not a bad delivery, but he's a very strong onside player.
This is up in the air. Fielder is positioning himself underneath it. Nice catch taken there by Kumble. That was going to sail over the ropes for 6, and he's a tall man, fortunately, and he reached up, used all of his height, and he judged it very well because he was backpedaling and he must have been worried about just where the rope was behind him, and he took a very nicely judged catch, and Paul Strang is out 3 runs short of what would have been his first one-day international 50.
It's a good wicket for India. A slower delivery and deceived the batsman, and all credit to the fielder Kumble, right on the fence, and it's not the easy to take because when you know the rope is just a couple of yards behind you. 47 good runs in 87 deliveries, 145 for 4.
So Alistair Campbell on 44 has just lost the man he put on 94 with. Paul Strang out for 47, and this is how he went. Once again advancing down the wicket and slogging it up to long on. Very well judged catch by Kumble.
That's well struck. That'll be 4. 1 bounce 4. Well played.
Yes, that's the shot of a man with plenty of experience. The way he picked that up, that slower delivery, and yet had ample time to adjust his shot and hit it over the top.
And that'll be his 50. Was certainly intentional, and 4 runs to him.
Alistair Campbell's played well here. His usual batting style is to drive, hit the ball hard, look for boundaries, but today he's had to sit on the handle a bit. Here he just works the ball. That's intentional, angles the bat, and down it goes, the quicker part of the field for 4.
Another leading edge. Fielder getting underneath it, and it's a magnificent catch. Jadeja taking a fine catch. We know he's a very good fielder, and he's proved this to us there.
Yes, he's one of the better fielders in the Indian team, if not the best, because there is Azharuddin as well in the Indian team.
It certainly was. Well judged indeed. And Alistair Campbell's on his way for 61. Zimbabwe 5 for 172. So Guy Whittle it is who's come to the crease ahead of Craig Evans. But the batsman crossed, so he won't be facing.
No ball called by umpire Wolf Diedrichs. Batsman still taking a single. Oh, that's certainly his experience, backing away, but he's hit it straight down Prasad's throat at long off. So maybe I should take that back. He was looking to hit him over cover, and the slow wicket just meant he had to hit a little bit straighter, and Dave Houghton is on his way.
And once again, the wind factor perhaps coming in the way of the ball going over the ropes, because he's hit it right in the middle. He's hit it well, but it's a fairly strong wind, a fairly strong breeze, and that has meant that Venkatesh Prasad does not even have to move an inch as he sits under that catch.
So Dave Houghton on his way for 13, Zimbabwe 6 for 179.
Craig Evans, hard-hitting middle-order batsman, likes it on the front foot. Interesting to see how he tries to play Kumble. He's first going to have to face Srinath, who's bowled really well.
No ball called. Evans on the cut. Should he get one? And it's gone past the fielder for 4.
Well, this is what Andy was meaning when he says that he's a clean hitter of the ball. Not too much width he had over there. And remember, he's just come into bat, but look at the way he's hit it smack in the middle. See, it's not too wide, but he's hit it right smack in the middle, and Anil Kumble making a futile attempt to stop that.
This is a big hit. Well, they won't need the third umpire to decide whether that carried or not.
A big 6. He's a very strong man, Evans, and he picked up very nicely. It's a cracking stroke. Good delivery, quicker delivery, but he picked up very nicely from outside the off stump, and a huge 6 over mid-wicket.
I think that was possibly set a little high. And Prasad takes the court and bowl. That's another wicket down. 211 on the board. Prasad gets the court and bowled as Whittle is out, just trying to work the ball and sending it back to the bowler. He's out for 9. And it's 211 for 7.
Once again, slow delivery, and he just checked the stroke because he was totally deceived with that clever delivery. And a simple catch in his follow-through. Whittle goes back to the pavilion, scored 9 runs, 16 deliveries, 211 for 7.
And the new batsman is Heath Streak. He can give the ball quite a blow. Coming in at the fall of Whittle's wicket, caught and bowled by Prasad for 9. That made it 211 for 7 off the last ball of the 47th over.
And once again, slow delivery.
It's going to go through. Well, not quite where intended, but 4 nonetheless.
Very well bowled, and you can see this time he didn't not get much room. A slog here, but after all, runs also count. Got 4 lucky runs here.
That's 6. That was the shot of a very powerful man. Not a great soaring high 6. Hit flat and low.
Good length is a poor delivery to bowl.
There's another one, even longer. Well, a rueful look from Anil Kumble. 236 for 7.
This is a mighty blow. Once again, there was nothing wrong with the delivery, but again, this Evans power is clearing the fence.
1 ball to go, 236 for 7. And he's bowled in. And sent on his way. with a fierce expression from Anil Kumble. Evans out for 40 off the last ball of the 50th over of the innings. So Zimbabwe 236 for 8 at the conclusion of their innings, a run rate of 4.7.
And that's how Zimbabwe lost their last wicket. Evans bowled Kumble, very good 40 runs, 236. Zimbabwe score for 8 wickets in 50 overs, extras 21. Captain Campbell played a very good inning, 61. Strang did his job very well, 47. He was promoted in the batting order. And finally, Evans played a very good inning, scored very quick 40 runs in 32 deliveries.
The European Tour continues live on Star Sports with the Heineken Classic. They've come from across Australia and around the globe. Some of the world's best golfers on one of the world's best courses. They've gathered at the Vines Resort in Perth for Australia's richest professional golf tournament, the Heineken Classic. Starts Thursday live on Star Sports.
Where's all the fun in my life? Yes!
It's my life.
White coffee.
It's my life, my white coffee. It's my life, my white coffee.
Wild coffee?
Just go wild! New wild coffee from Nutrient. Just go wild.
So little time, so much choice. How do you decide what's best to watch? Just dial 61055-29626. Then start. StarFax, Star TV's highlights and schedules. Your best choice. Fast.
Fed up with hiding the remote every evening? Well, now Channel V's making time for you. The Big Tiffin Box. Weekdays 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. It's an afternoon feast of your favorite shows from BP Alloy to Planet Ruby. The Big Tiffin Box, so you don't have to stoop so low.
Edo Brandes took the wicket of Andrew Hudson with the first ball he bowled at Centurion Park a couple of days ago. Also the hat-trick man against England. He'll be bowling to Ganguly. That'll be a wide, and is. It's timed away, and I think so well that it'll get there, and does.
Well, there's no point bowling to him on his pads. He's such a good player off his pads. That left hand over the right. Look at the way he turns his wrists, and the right hand comes over the left.
Out, caught slip. Big wicket for Zimbabwe. Disappointment for the Indian captain. Delight for the Zimbabwean captain because he was the catcher.
Well, that is a blow. There is no doubt at all that that is a big blow, because if India have to get to their target of 236, they needed a good start. They needed their captain to stay at the wicket for as long as possible, trying to play a forcing shot off the back foot, never on top of it because of the extra bounce that Brandes does generate. He's caught by his counterpart Campbell, and India are 10 for 1.
Javagal Shirinath, pinch hitter at number 3. Was just nerves. In the air, but again, safe. Oops. Problems for mid-on. Misjudged that a little. And 3 runs. That's well struck. Over pitching, John Rennie. And once again, the cameraman at long on.
Srinath trying to deceive him, but Srinath having enough time there to adjust the shot. Of course, it being a full pitch also helped.
Out, dragged it on. Dragged the outswinger on, which was interesting. It's normally the in-swinger gets dragged on, or one that comes back off the pitch, off the seam, but not in this case.
Well, no movement of the feet there from Javagal Srinath. The foot never went across. Look at that. The front foot is nowhere near the pitch of the ball, and just the bat going in the direction of the ball, and that inside edge being dragged onto the stumps. Srinath this time hasn't done what he was sent to do. India 22 for 2.
Mohammad Azharuddin, or as Geoffrey Boycott was saying, Azharuddin. 233 matches he's played. Very nicely played indeed. Just a fine leg glance off the back foot.
Well, the Indians famous for a leg glance ever since leg glance was made famous by Ranjit Singh Ji.
Pretty cricket ground. And Edo Brandes. That's beautifully played in the air. Maybe for a square gully, but you don't think about things like that. It's out there, width, hit it for 4, and he did.
Yes, a lovely shot that from Saurav Ganguly. The foot not quite to the pitch of the ball, but he was leaning into the drive.
And through the gap again. That was interesting. Rennie giving chase and getting the ball in the air early prevented them from taking more than 2 runs. 9th over. And he bowled in. Well, that is a disaster for India, and you only have to look at the delight on the face of Edo Brandes and his fellow Zimbabweans to realise what a significant blow that is. Azharuddin is bowled for 6. Fine delivery, and India are 40 for 3 in the 9th.
Magnificent delivery, just moving at the last minute, well pitched up, and invited Azhar to play on onside, and just moved at the last minute. Azhar gone for 6, 40 for 3 India.
Rahul Dravid is the new batsman at 40 for 3 in the 9th over. Azharuddin bowled by an absolute beauty by Brandes for 6. And the 2 men outside the fielding circle at this stage are third man and long leg. Well run. And that's broken the spell. Had to reach for it a little bit, but he got there, kept it along the ground the whole way, and that's broken a spell where runs just weren't coming. Well played, Dravid. And there he goes over the top at last, and he'll get 4 runs for that. Beautifully picked up. And 57 for 3, 14 overs bowled.
And which all about the same pace as Robin Singh, so he's getting the same result, getting the ball, the odd ball to keep low.
This is through the covers and is going to go all the way. Very good shot. There's a full pitch delivery. He's just gentle medium pace is Craig Evans, even though he's a big strong fellow. He can certainly hit a cricket ball, but this is a nice pass and a nice full delivery for Dravid to drive through the covers. This has found the gap, won't go to the boundary. It's a bit slow out there as it gets near to the rope. But they do have time for 2. This is lifted in the air and it's just over the head of the man at mid-on. Well, he just scooped that one up, and Rennie, who was fielding at mid-on, started to backpedal, but he reached up and it just fell over behind his head. Disappointment for Craig Evans, the bowler, and a heart-stopping moment for India.
Yes, I think he was deceived by that ball. It didn't quite come onto the bat. He was trying to play a shot over the top, as he had done successfully when Vitol was bowling from this end. You can see trying to check that shot. Fortunately for him and India, the ball going above the fielder at mid-on.
Oh, he might be in trouble here. He is. He's run out. Well, we saw the other day when Lance Klusener and Gary Kirsten were both on all fours and Klusener was run out. And now, most unfortunate indeed, that Dravid is stranded. Trying to turn, he slipped and fell, couldn't get up in time, and an underarm throw breaking the stumps, and another Indian wicket has fallen. What an unfortunate incident.
Yes, it's tragic the way this run out has taken place. Rahul Dravid slipping and not able to recover his balance and his ground in time. Direct throw by Campbell. He's out after a fine partnership with Ganguly, 85 for 4.
To be
a clean, pollution-free experience off the road and on the road. Hero Honda, India's environment-friendly bike. We care.
Where's all the fun in my life? Yes,
It's my life.
why coffee?
It's my life, my white coffee. It's my life, my white coffee.
Wine coffee?
Just go wild! New wild coffee from Nutrin. Just go wild.
To understand the world, you need perspective. To understand India, you need Star News. With over 30 bureaus across the country and hundreds around the world, our coverage is global. But our focus is you. Every day, something happens that could change your life. Shouldn't you be the first to know? Watch your world with us. Star News, Monday through Friday at 9 p.m. and Monday through Saturday at 7 a.m. India, only on Star Plus.
Carrier, the world's #1 air conditioning, and Maruti Suzuki Esteem, much more than luxury, are proud to be associated with Star News. Star News Weather Report brought to you by Carrier, the world's #1 in air conditioning, and Maruti Suzuki Esteem, much more than luxury.
But AJ Jadeja is now at the crease, just doing a bit of stretching there because of that very unfortunate run out. Just the one again, so another part of the captaincy. Any loose delivery that's sliding down leg side, the captain knows that he's got a fieldsman there, so it's only one. So that's the 100 up for India. 4 wickets down, of course, so it hasn't been an all easy run for them. 154 balls, 110 minutes. Still a lot of work to be done. 5.63 runs per over required. Expressive shout from Craig Evans. He joined in late. The keeper was up first, Andy Flower. And he's gone. Cut him straight to Grant Flower at point. And Ganguly is on his way. He's been struggling a little bit of late. Hasn't scored quickly off the last 20 odd overs. 1 run and over, and now he's on his way. So that's a big blow for India, and Zimbabwe celebrate.
I think Indians are in big trouble here, and not very well played by Ganguly. A straight simple catch to Grant Flower.
He looks as though he's chopping underneath it in order to get pace on the ball. Craig Evans has floated that again.
India 5 for 110. Welcome back. You see Sabah Karim taking strike. Time for a commentary change. It'll be Ralph Della and Sonny Gavaskar.
Thanks, Mike. And that's a severe blow for the Indian cause when they lost that wicket and could have done without losing another one there.
Brilliant catch. Caught and bowled. Strang picking up that very valuable wicket. And that's just what Zimbabwe needed at this point, and exactly what India didn't after the two had put on 56, and Karim goes brilliantly caught and bowled by Paul Strang, the leg spinner.
That's exactly what Jadeja was telling him not to do, not to get out. Karim was made brilliant 38, tries to play it on the onside. The ball turns a little bit. What a great catch completed there by Paul Strang. Karim scored 38 with 1-4, faced 46 deliveries in 37 minutes. India 166 for 6, in deep trouble. 40.4 overs.
So can Robin Singh make a name for himself? It's only his 7th one-day international match. He's only made 34 runs in total, so nothing to talk about, but we do know that he can bat. Strang is hit in the air, diving mid-wicket, can't get his hand to it, and they're able to get 2. And he's bowled him. Eventually a desperation swing, having been pegged down, and the end of Jadeja, and I fear that it might well be the end of India's hopes as well.
Jadeja nowhere in the line. I don't know where he was trying to hit it. Pal is about 40 minutes away from Cape Town. He couldn't have hit it there. India 7 down for 176 of 43.5 overs.
Certainly an awful lot for these two, Anil Kumble and Robin Singh, to do. And taking a wicket. Now that is a huge shot. But has it come too late? Well, I suppose it never comes too late, does it? But beautifully picked up.
There were fielders in the circle at mid-off and mid-on, so that risk should have been taken.
And he's hit it straight. What a super blow that was. It's got to be 2. Got to risk it at this stage. So that's the 200 brought up. It's come from 279 balls. Important at this stage that everybody is in the right position. Not only the right positions being filled, but also by the right men. You need to get your resources in exactly the right place. That's well bowled. Very well bowled. Exactly the ball that was required. And Kumble, who he knew was going to have a swing at it, is out. And Brandes takes another wicket. It's his 5th of the innings.
Well, he's shown the rewards for bowling a fuller length. He's got the wickets of Srinath and Azharuddin bowling a full-length delivery, and now in the final overs, when he knew that Kumble was going to go for the slog, again a full-length delivery, gets another wicket. India 8 for 204.
Salil Ankola is the new batsman, just faced the 1 ball since the dismissal of Anil Kumble, bowled by Brandes, his 5th wicket. India 212 for 8 in the 49th. It'll probably just be 1. Again, Ankola turning blind, but deciding how to go and asking for the 3rd umpire. Well, it was a good piece of fielding again. Ankola, to be fair, didn't really need to turn and look then, he just had to go.
Yes, they must have decided mid-pitch as they crossed each other. The second run was on because Robin Singh had to be kept on strike, and Ankola might just have made it.
I think that is very, very close. On the line, he's in. He's in. So the green light flashes, Ankola can stay there. India have reached 212 for 8, and the importance of that is, of course, not only that there's not another wicket down, but the 2nd run counted. Could be caught. It's 6. Off a no ball. A no ball called. Now the umpire just waiting. Is it a 6? Is it a 4? It's a 6. Well, what a good ball that was. I just said not the time to bowl a no ball or a wide, and that's exactly what Street did. 2-2-2 for 8. 9 runs needed to win by India. 5 balls to go. That was up there. Are they just going to take the 1? Yes, they are. Get back. And they're looking to the third umpire. The throw coming in from Street. I thought for a moment that Brandis hadn't actually taken the bails off as he span round.
Well, Ankola being sent back virtually immediately.
He's out.
And he may just find himself short of the crease.
Indeed he is. Delight amongst Zimbabweans and despair for Ankola, who's done remarkably well. So Salil Ankola run out, only faced 7 deliveries, got 9 runs. Bit of a misunderstanding, which is always liable to happen.
When you get your fundamentals wrong, this is what happens. You're back in the pavilion.
8 needed off 4. How can that happen at international cricket? As you say, Sonny, it's the sort of thing that you tell schoolboys not to do. And he's found a gap over the top. Will it go? Yes, it has. Well, Brandis just can't believe it. Sensational stuff from Robin Singh.
Well, they brought the fielders in. The third man was brought in, and Robin Singh playing a very, very intelligent cricket shot there, making room, slicing the ball, opening the face of the bat, and there is no protection for Brandis. The only question was whether the outfield will have slowed down enough to stop the ball. And now both the batsmen coming to the umpire and asking what will happen. If they take a single, it's a draw, not a tie. I would not imagine it's a tie, but if they of course get 2 runs, then of course the win.
And wickets don't come into it, so despite the fact that India have lost more wickets, it doesn't matter. It will be a tie if they get 1 run. And the scores are level. Well, what is happening with the field? They're leaving everybody out. There's a single to be taken wherever. Well, this is tremendous stuff. 2 runs needed to win, 1 for a tie, 1 wicket to fall. And they've got a run. If he hits, he's out. And that was signalled a wide. It was signalled a wide, surely. Now what is happening here? But if that was a wide, there should be another ball. But he was run out off a wide, so the scores were level, and that should mean that the game is tied. Actually, that was quick thinking by Robin Singh. He realised he had to have a go for it, but there you can see the umpire signalling in the corner of your screen that it's a wide. That made the total 236. You can be run out off a wide. He was, and so we've got the 11th tie in the history of international one-day cricket. So tremendous excitement. What a finish. The match ends as a tie, despite the fact that India were all out.
What a fabulous match, one of the rare ties in one-day international history. And Sunil, what a terrific finish, thanks to Robin Singh.
Yes, indeed. My heart's still beating fast. Robin Singh did extraordinarily well, but he had good support from Anil Kumble towards the end, and also Salil Ankola, because they ran between the wickets very, very well. Though I think Salil Ankola and Anil Kumble both need to be told to transfer the bat in such a way that they have the fielder where the ball has been hit constantly in their view, because that fraction of a second when they have their back to that fielder can mean the difference between a run and a run out. And at this level, they really should be knowing that. It can happen in a pressure situation where you forget the basics, but it happened a little too often for it to be just a momentary error. But if they can come out of that, I think the Indian team needs to be complimented for the way they came back into the game. At the 45th over stage, I thought it was going to be Zimbabwe. Yes, it was. I thought it was going to be Zimbabwe's match, but full credit therefore to Robinson for the way he played, and also to the tail for the support they gave him.
And also full credit to Zimbabwe for first batting and putting up quite a few runs on the board and then protecting it fairly well through good fielding.
Yes, I think, well, their fielding has been outstanding. We've known that the Zimbabwe fielding has always been very, very good. They stand about 10 meters inside the circle, prevent the quick single being taken, and put pressure in the early overs when batsmen are really trying to rotate the strike, take the ones and the twos in such a manner that they're not trying for big hits, but trying to, rotate the strike. And that is what the Zimbabwe fielders prevent the batsmen from doing. And when that happens, when the dot balls all add up, the pressure seems to build up. So the Zimbabwe fielding really gives the extra edge to their bowling. Their bowling, apart from Meadow Brandis, is not extraordinary. They've got good bits and pieces bowlers who bowl a good line and length, but that fielding, that is what gives it the added edge.
You must have enjoyed that action in the highlights, but as you know, on our highlights package, we've got much more coming up for you after the break.